this doesn't scream Skytoss to me, then I don't know what. Like, if he's not gonna do it on this map, I don't know on what map he will do it on. And I really hope when he pulls out the Skytoss, I wonder what Lowko is gonna go for. Do you think Lowko is the kind of guy that would just go late game against carriers, or
No.
more of the
Hell no.
let's make Queen's Hydras and try to attack the cannons?
Rotty with the Nexus first. Oh wow. Feeling extra safe. Guess the scout sees no spawning pool yet, and he's gonna be feeling very, very confident. Just dropping the gateway now.
Yeah, Rotty likes this opening, and I think if he sees like 12 pull or something, he goes for a Forge.
What's the scariest Skytoss composition right now, you think, against Zerg?
Well, the scariest late game is probably still mass carriers and an Oracle or 2 or 3 Oracles to tech, and then 2 War Prisms with 4 High Templars in it each. I think that's the best army, but
that's
also
very
specific.
Scary.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to know the best one. I think this is the best one. But I think Skytoss in general is a lot better if you open Skytoss from ground and then transition into it, because you already have the ground upgrades, and all the Zealot run-bys and stuff are hard to deal with, as well as if you go straight to Skytoss, you have like infinite creep spread. So yeah, the other thing that's very scary is the new Tempest. You can actually just make 4 Tempest with +1 or 5 Tempest, and then just go. Like, just have maxed out on Archon, Immortal, High Templar, and then go with the first few Tempests. It's very hard to defeat this as well.
Alright, we'll see if maybe Roddy goes for something like that. I think we'll find out very soon here. When his Cybercore finishes, yep. I'd like to see, like, Roddy, he has some sick builds and styles when he doesn't even get Wargate at all for like a very long time. We already saw such kind of game earlier, but as it's a Twilight Council, I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a lot more along the line of very standard play with Wargate.
I'm guessing it's gonna be Glaives into double Stargate Phoenix. I think that's one of the builds he likes to do. He actually has 1 prop in the bottom left, which is unscouted. I wonder if he maybe he's gonna put a pylon there later on to warp in a couple of adepts. But yeah, this is actually one of the builds that Roddy has been doing for a very long time. He actually played this exact build already in the last Casters tournament against Pick, I believe, and I also saw him doing this against TLO and WCS qualifiers. So yeah, this is one of the Roddy specials for sure.
Isn't Lowko gonna check the bottom left hand side, especially now that I saw the probe evacuate that area?
Did you see the probe?
Yeah, like he has an overload on the left side, like the one that's the most left, and the probe went right under it to kind of get out of there.
Yeah, if he was looking at it, he should check it for sure. But sometimes in the early game, you're not exactly looking, because right now he also went in with the Overlord to try to scout.
Especially, yeah, you need to focus on the right place.
Yeah.
When you're looking.
Yeah. This also is a very Roddy-esque thing to do. Just moving across the map with 2 adepts, way after Speedest. He does this very often when he goes Nexus first. I am not a fan of this move, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is... It can catch Zergs off guard, and sometimes you can save them.
I don't think too many people are a fan of this move. 1 adept escape with 1 HP, like...
Yeah. And there's a double Stargate, by the way. Also no Stalker yet, so the Overlord, if it goes back to the main base, can even scout what's going on. He obviously saw the Twilight, so he knows it's Glaives, or he should know it's Glaives. He even has a Roach Warren in time. So yeah, I think... and the Dark Shrine. Obviously Phoenix Dark Templar from Roddy.
Going back to basics!
Yeah.
That's what I like.
That is the Roddy standard.
And here's the thing about this build. Like, you think, you know, Phoenixes and DTs, they can synergize well, they force a lot of Overseers and all that, but when you talk to Roddy about it, he'll always say the first thing, like always the same thing. First and foremost, the Dark Templars and the Dark Shrine is here to prevent the 4th base of Zerg from going up. If you can prevent the 4th base from Zerg from going up, and you have 3 bases against 3 bases, it's very good for you. So that's the main goal. Like, the DTs, they are not there to, you know, run into mineral lines, kill 1,000,000 drones, and then get super far ahead and win from there. No. He actually wants to just prevent that 4th base from going up. But actually, in this game, I'm not sure how hard or easy that's going to be, because there's already a bunch of Overseers and a lot of Roaches.
Yeah, like the thing with this is, as long as you have creep there, you can just move a Spore there, so it's not that hard to take a 4th base. And you actually don't need it that early against Phoenix either. I think you should just wait until you have a lot of Hydras. By the way, he saw an Adept coming from the left side. I wonder if he's gonna check now for this pylon. I think at least after these 2 Adepts are coming in from the left side.
Maybe he doesn't care. Like, Lowko is at such a high level of intellect. He's like, I'll let him have a pylon there so that he can send me units to kill for free.
That would be insane IQ. That's like the advanced version of in ZVZ. When I see them morphing Banelings, I let the Banelings finish so they don't get the gas and minerals back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's exactly like that, yeah. Yeah, the Overseer. They get pushed back and killed. Charge on the way now. And +1 attack for the Phoenixes.
Yeah, so either you can play this very aggressive if you're RotterdaM. You can try to hit a timing with Phoenixes and charge slots. But usually this goes into Skytoss, especially on a map this big, where the bases are so close together. Oh my god, what are those Overlords doing?
Dying.
Oh, Rotti didn't see them.
Oh! Wow. They turn around. It's the other way, guys. The other way. What are those roaches doing? They have no purpose. They're like, we're gonna attack and die.
Oh my god.
You can warp in the DT easily, by the way. Yeah, he does that.
He could even go across the map again with the Phoenix.
Yeah, the Phoenixes took a very long time here. Okay, he's warping in DTs. Ooh, actually a lot of probes could die here.
That's true.
And on the other side of the map, DT is preventing the 4th base, or you might get a snipe on it.
Oh, a lot of multitasking going on here. At the same time, the Adepts also killed a couple of drones.
Wow. A lot of probes died actually, 11.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's his main army, and he needs to remake roaches now for the Adept counterattack, which means he doesn't have the minerals and gas to reproduce Hydras, which is what he really needs ultimately to defend against the Phoenix. I think he should just not defend this 4th base. I don't think he needs a 4th right now. Like, just give it up.
He wants to try and defend it.
I guess there's not that many. I guess there's not that many ground units, but it forces all of his units to fight away from Spore Crawlers, which is very scary for Zerg, because the Phoenix can just pick them up. But if he even saves this 3rd base, 4th base, and gets up a big Hydra count, I think Lowko is in not too bad of a position. As long as he doesn't get his Hydras caught like this Hydra, that's very scary. And he doesn't have a lot of spores, so he really needs to get his Hydra count up.
That pylon, by the way, keeps on sending new units in. Charge loads now. They take the damage from the ground units and take their focus away, and the Phoenixes fly in for the cleanup.
Wow.
Oh my god, those Phoenixes.
Yeah, he needs to be careful though. He's starting to lose a couple Phoenix. Oof. No focus fire on the Spore there. If he focus fired, he could have killed 1 or 2.
Still double Phoenix production. Look at this. He's got 2 Phoenixes queued per Stargate.
Yeah, I like the Baneling Nest. I think Lingbane Hydra is the right way to go about this. And honestly, I don't. Even though this is the Phoenix count is rising, I don't mind this position too much. Once Lowko has enough Hydras to bunch up to kill the Phoenix, he's in a good position. Oh, the 2 DTs just running into their death. Yeah, those DTs are very expensive. Like, one DT is about as expensive as a Phoenix, pretty much, so you need to be a bit more careful with those.
I think it's kind of weird, because usually Rotti, in the meantime, is messing charge lots and Archons back at home, but because he was so aggressive with his units across the map, he actually doesn't have much of a ground army yet. He's only now starting to build that up.
I don't like that Lowko's attacking right now. I think if Lowko would wait until he's maxed out, he would destroy RotterdaM, because Rotti does not have any AoE besides Archons, and if you just have Bane Hydra, the Phoenix are not that good in a maxed out army scenario. But if he tries to attack right now, this might be the best time for Rotti to hold. However, he's getting a fleet beacon, which is a bit greedy right at this point. So now the question is, oh my god, there's 2 low HP Overseers. No way.
Ooh, they're not dying yet. Still a lot of ground left over for Lowko here.
It's not enough Hydras. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. It's because Phoenix are very good in low supply scenarios. Whereas as soon as you get to max out, the Phoenix just kind of die when you A-move. But that was a very bad trade for Lowko, I feel like, a very costly one. and now he just lost all his map control. So I feel like the only way from this point on to play as Zerg is to just try to go and play late game.
Damn,
The
I can't
pylon on
believe
the left side.
that 4th hatchery is so low still. He could have sent like a Zealots a bunch of time and sniped that. Phoenix is a +1 attack, by the way. It's so insane. Like they kill stuff so fast when they pick it up.
Yeah, pretty much instant. Oh, nice bailing run by Bob.
Oh my
16
god.
probes. Very nice. And he's like, okay, this just worked. Let's do it again. Morphs 5 extra banelings. Those are only +1, so he still needs 2 banelings to kill a probe. But yeah, the problem for Lowko is just that this Phoenix are kind of snowballing now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have nearly enough Hydras. He has 11 Hydras against 16 Phoenixes.
Yeah. I wonder if Rotti is gonna start producing carriers now, and if he's gonna go into, because he is on 7 gas now, he could go into just carrier High Templar now, and I think that would just be checkmate. Like it's pretty much, there's nothing Lowko can do about this.
Why would he do that when he can make more Phoenixes?
Well, at least get Storm, you know, because it's a good gas dump, and it kind of counters the counter.
No, but why would he do that when he can make Phoenixes? Actually, like the only thing you really worry about when you have this many Phoenixes is like if there is some infestors, I guess, with some fungal, because they could catch everything.
I think just max out scenarios are bad if you're having this many Phoenix. Phoenix are not very supply efficient because they need to pick up stuff, and that means if there's like 50 Hydras, the Phoenix are suddenly, even though they're good against Hydras in low numbers, they're not as good anymore.
And these Hydras are looking thick, by the way, with this skin.
Yeah, the Hydras are looking cool. I mean, I'm not sure if Rotti can actually attack into this, because there's as long as Lowko pulls forward a couple of extra spores, fights above spores. Oh, he's out of position now. Oh. Nice pullback on the Banelings, but now the Hydras are still shooting the Archons, which means the Phoenix get in there, straight on top of the Hydras. Pretty much uncontested. There's I think just not enough Hydras to trade evenly here.
This Phoenix is going to work here. They clean up the entire ground army. Now the Overseer is going to be left over to die as well. And there is still one Adept and one Archon here in that 5th base. Putting in some work, but no drones killed in this attack. Just kind of trading army for army. But yeah, those Phoenixes still being left over. He drops 2 more Stargates, a Fleet Beacon, and he's still getting Phoenixes.
Oh, he's just gonna kill all these Overlords, huh?
Oh my god, the amount of units that Roddy killed this game. 13 Overlords, 61 Hydras, 39 drones. Resources lost 22,000 to 16,000. That's a small difference, you know.
And the pylon on the left side is still alive as well. Just a little fun fact about this game. At any point, he could warp in some Zealots there and attack the 3rd base of Lowko.
No, I think the 4th hatchery is what he could kill. Look at this, 300 HP.
Yeah.
3 Zealots, click on it, boom. Over.
Oof. He's finally transitioning as well into the carriers, while attacking himself with his ground army. It's so funny, Rotti's army always looks so small, but Phoenix have so much HP that as soon as the Hydras shoot anything else,
he makes a flower with them. Like sometimes it's kind of hard to know how many there are, but there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right now, 16 Phoenixes.
He's just fighting on top of 2 spores. He doesn't care.
Hatchery goes down.
Yeah, the hatchery goes down. This is the entire army. At the same time, he warped in Zealots to the 3rd base. Lowko's killing his own Overlord with the Hydras. And this is looking over.
Wow. 150 supply to 85. Look at this supply! Rotti with a massive lead and a big warp in at the bottom. He's gonna send that into the 3rd base.
Oh, he finally found the pylon though. Wow. I didn't think that would come to that.
Lowko is he's like, that was their old game? And you're supposed to check that with Ling. Especially he saw the probe, that's what surprised me. Okay, well that was underwhelming on the 3rd base, that did nothing. But he got the cancel on the 5th.
I'm not sure if Lowko realizes how much economy Rotti has himself. Because Rotti kind of seems desperate to finish the game, maybe from his eyes, but Rotti even has 4 carries at a time at home. So yeah, there's not much you can do from this point on if you're Lowko.
There's starting to be a lot of carriers actually, holy moly. And he's getting the plus air weapons +2 is about to finish. Oh my god. And it's not like he's only going pure air either. He has ground support with some Charlotte and Archons that will help a lot.
Yeah.
Against the just tier 2 army of Lowko.
All of the Archons, by the way, morph with a Dark Shrine rather than a Templar Archive. So those are the expensive Archons. But yeah, I think he's just gonna attack now, and yeah. I wonder if he's gonna do the same style again in game number 2, and if so, what Lowko will react. Because this game, I feel like it looked okay. I think the thing that Lowko needs to recognize for the next game is against this Phoenix style, you should wait longer. There's no reason to attack. It's very easy to defend them or stay defensive against them with Spore Crawlers, and as soon as you're maxed out, the Phoenix become a lot worse. Rather than attacking with like 130, 140 supply. And yeah, this is gonna be Le Massacre.
120 army supply to 62. Pay attention, guys. Watch this. This is what the supply lead looks like. GG gets called and Roddy takes the 1-0 lead.